Hi, this is John Robertson. I'm doing a video for you once again. Hopefully the information I'm about to give you will be of help. The evidence session, as you know, when we started this all off, it started in Glasgow in Annesline College, where we had members of the public in to give us questions. This was us now returning to the Big Six with a lot of the questions, and we also had a lot of people tweeting questions to us, and we used them along with our own questions to try and put the energy companies on the spot. Well, if people will have read the newspapers and perhaps seen some of the television and the radio shows, we all know that we definitely put them under the spotlight. To such an extent that E.ON, we found out, have not been paying corporation tax. 3 of the other Big Six haven't been paying as much as they probably should do, and only 2 would appear to be paying the right amount of corporation tax. Now, that might not mean a lot, but it's millions and millions of pounds that this country needs that they're not getting. And these people seem to have a certain attitude, like Starbucks, where I employ somebody, therefore I don't need to pay tax because I can find a loophole in the law. But we need to look at it. We're raising that. It will be in our report. We're asking the companies to go and look at their moral obligations to this country, and we'll see where that takes us. But there is no doubt that the amendment that I've got to the energy bill will help go down that road, and I hope to get some decent support when it comes back to Parliament. Prorogation does start this week. It's hard enough to say, never mind anything else. But yeah, what does it mean? It means that basically we have now finished with the previous Parliament and now waiting for the new one. The Queen's speech will set the agenda for the new Parliament, and that will tell us what we're going to be doing in relation to bills. There are some crossover bills that will go on. The energy bill, which we talked about earlier, will be one of them. So there are some bills that will cross over to Parliaments, but that had already been decided fairly early on in the legislative programme, and I'm looking forward to hearing what the Queen's got to say. I certainly hope that there's more work to be done, because the amount of time off that we've had, although lets me work in the constituency, not a holiday as some people seem to think, but lets me do things in the constituency. But having said that, I am elected to work down here and bring in laws to the country, and I don't believe this government have done nearly as much as it could have or should have. Rock the House Scotland is an event that we've been conducting down here for a few years now, and my colleague Mike Weatherly, who's a Conservative MP, whose background is in the sort of production on music, and I, as the chair of the all-party music group, have been running it for some time now. We started off something like 50 entries 2 years ago, and last year we had over 200, and this year we believe it will be near 500. We did our own version of it in Scotland last month, and to which we had 5 finalists, and it was a great success, and I'm hoping to roll it out throughout Scotland, where we'll have quite a few events in different areas all over the country, and hopefully we'll find the winner from Scotland and help to promote music as we have done for many decades with many important bands and successes, and hope to get that going, to try and get young people to get involved, young people given the opportunity to meet people and to meet the industry, to try and further careers which they might in other ways might not have got the opportunity to do so. So watch this space, and I'm sure when we get the DVD of Rock the House, we'll stick it on the website and people can see for themselves what a great night we had. Well, thanks very much for watching. I hope the information you got was helpful. There's lots of things been happening, but not much legislation, unfortunately. In fact, we only had 1 Prime Minister's question time in the last 5 weeks, which says more about the government and the Prime Minister than it does about anything else. And with prorogation lasting nearly 2 weeks, that's another couple of weeks, we won't have anything. Then we'll discuss the Queen's speech. So no legislation either. So it'll be about 3 or 4 weeks before we actually start debating legislation in this place. I don't think that's good enough. I don't think the government are good enough, and they've got to look at themselves and start making us work harder down here. We do work hard, we just don't seem to be doing enough legislation. Anyway, I hope for those of my constituents, I'll see you outside when I'm walking around knocking doors, as I will be over the next few weeks. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to talking to you again in the future.